So I've dropped around 20 kgs so far, maybe 21. Started off at 91 kgs, currently sitting at around 70 kgs. And the next part of this journey is going to be the difficult part in my head. It's going to be the final push. I'm training for my first fitness photo shoot, which is in January 2026. It is currently Saturday, September the 6th, and we've got plenty of time before the photo shoot. Looking and feeling pretty good right now, but we'll see what we can do before January. The idea is to document the journey from now until January, because quite frankly, I didn't document anything from 91 kgs till 70. And the reason being is because I've just been stuck in the routine, just doing it instead of showing it. I want to document this series along with whatever else I can document, clearly for memories, just so I can keep track of what I've been up to in my life, bring you along for the ride, and just open up a little bit.
Wait a minute, who are you?
If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Stanley T. I make music.
If you got time, we can kick it, that's mine. From when the sun shines.
Focusing on the Pacific Island community. This is just the other side of me where I'm opening up and I'm letting you guys into a little bit more of my life outside of music. Yeah, just wanted to quickly mention that I am under coaching. Jack Hart Fitness is looking after me, giving me the pointers. And in the beginning phases, I asked my coach to just give me a set meal plan. Me personally, I wanted to see what a general meal plan looked like, what proportions of foods were sensible and suitable. So I just followed a meal plan for maybe like 2 weeks. And then after that 2 weeks, I learned enough about calories to create my own mixes. Coach would much rather that you make your own food so that you enjoy your own diet. Because, you know, I may love chocolate, which I do. And if chocolate's not in my diet, then I'm not going to be a happy chap, aren't I? So in the beginning phases, I did eat according to a meal plan. But very quickly, I started to switch things up and tune it to my liking so that I was enjoying my process leaning down. And yes, overall, getting a coach is so good for accountability and so good for education. Today we're going on a hike with one of my boys, Soto. I'm just currently waiting for the bro to rock up, and then we'll head out, have some fun, stay fit, and essentially stay active. There's the bro now. We're gonna get in, head over, make our way over to the mountains, and have a secchi hike today. All right, come along. What's up, everybody? We're on the way to Sunny Coast right now, here with my brother Soto. We did this trip how many months ago? A couple months ago, and we're gonna see how we're doing right now. Little tester. We had 3 breaks on the last one, and that's one of the key factors that we're gonna try and compare for today's session. All right, we've just arrived. Closed up the doors, shut them down. We're gonna warm up, head up the mountain. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
What do you reckon our time's gonna be going up there? I'll actually track it.
If it was an hour last time, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes this time.
40, 45 minutes. How many breaks you reckon? Last time was 3.
Maybe 3, bro. Maybe 3. It's been a long time, maybe 3.
Okay.
Maybe 3, hopefully 2, probably not.
I want to say 2. I'm going to say we can push 2. He's going to set the pace, and I'm going to follow it, and I'm hoping for a 2, so that there's some sort of progress. All right, Mike. Let's get it. First and foremost, everybody, make sure you stretch, all right? Make sure you warm up properly before your exercises. And the reason why I stress that is because I threw my back out. I threw my back out in the gym doing hack squats, okay? We can get into that in another video. Also, I didn't realize the mic was picking our conversation up here. We had a very, very wise conversation here. I've gone chiropractors after throwing my back out, so I'm doing that routine.
Yep. Happy ending it.
Well, it needs to be a girl first.
One happy ending.
Yes. Alright, real quick, so main focuses on leaning down were protein intake, prioritizing that, making sure that my steps were high, drinking plenty of water, tracking my calories, and scheduling. Scheduling is something that's more individual to everyone. So for myself, I had to fit it in. I had to fit gym in after work. I would have loved to gym before work, but that means I'd have to wake up at like 3 a.m. instead of the typical, you know, everyone's waking up at 5 or something and going in there. I might try out going in at 3 a.m. at some point, just to see what my body does and how it feels. you know, trialing that out. But for me, what's worked so far is go after work. And another issue with that is that a lot of people reckon they're too tired to go after work. Brother, I'm on my feet lifting heavy ass doors all day. I don't have time to be tired, bro. Otherwise, I'm not gonna go to the gym. So if you wanna make your own excuses and listen to your own excuses, you can do that. But I'm gonna get my ass in the gym, bro. Anyways, we're gonna get up this mountain. All right, so the journey has begun. Currently, I'm able to hold the camera and not breathe as heavy. I've let Soto go up in front of me. He's gonna set the pace. We're gonna try and go as little brace as possible, which means controlled movement, controlled breathing. I'm tracking this on my watch as a workout, so I'll see what kind of results we get from that. And yeah, I'm starting to breathe a little heavy already, so I'll tap in soon. Just want to talk about calories real quick while we're going. So before dieting, for my leaning down phase, I had basically no idea what calories were and what the values of them were. Yeah, since figured out that there are food swaps that you can make. One of the major ones for me was instead of eating crisps or chips and whatnot, I could swap that out for popcorn. Another I found recently was, well, losing track of my thought because I'm trying to breathe. Oh, ice cream. It was an ice cream tub. I had this ice cream tub I found in Woolworths, and I found that one of those tubs was the equivalent to 3 Ben & Jerry tubs that were the same size. How crazy is that? All right, we've made it to a spot where we kind of struggled to get to last time without a break. We're gonna count this as a break? Yeah, this is our first break. Feeling pretty good. We are breathing a bit heavy, but this is definitely doable. So we've got some progress. How do you feel about the progress? Yeah, simple interview there, simple halfway interview. But the brother's feeling good. Oh, running. I said this before on my Instagram, but normally I'd be able to lean, I'd be able to cut myself. I know how to cut, not healthily, but I know how to cut efficiently. Efficiently? Yeah, it is efficiently because I do get my kgs down, and it equaled, doing a lot of running, and a lot of suffering. This time around, we're 21 kgs down right now. I've done one run, and it wasn't even part of my routine. It was just a catch-up run with my cousin. I'm just surprised at the moment that I've cut down this much and still feel this good, and I haven't done any of that, like high-intense running or high-intense training or any of that. So it definitely is possible, and I'm still eating my ice cream Oreo sandwiches, having big ass tubs of ice cream instead of just fasting until dinner and having one big meal a day, which is what I used to do. And also just stock up on water and do the water fasting diet to try and get my weight down. A lot slower progress, but a lot steadier and a lot more sustainable. All right, quick message to those of you who really deep down believe that you can't do it and you can't change. For some reason, this one's for you. Just track your food. Track your McDonald's, track your KFC. Don't change what you're eating. Just eat as normal and track it down. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to know about proteins, carbs, fats, whatever. Just track what you're eating, your normal. Like your sapasui, your kalo, like anything. Just track it down and then assess the numbers, right? Don't have to know what the numbers mean. Just assess the numbers. Then go into diving into the meaning of these numbers.
The numbers, basically. What do they mean?
Calories. Calories will be your first thing. So look how many calories that you've totaled up together in your normal day of eating, not trying to look cool and trying to suddenly eat chicken breast and Greek yogurt. Eat your normal food. Calculate how many calories you should be eating in a deficit. That's when you go into the food swaps that I was talking about before. It's just a matter of making substitutes in the ingredients and then being sensible with your food portions. The food is fuel, and all you gotta do is look after your body, give it enough fuel to work throughout the day. If you're over consuming the fuel, obviously it's going to turn into fat. Like I was talking about in the car with Saul, instead of olive oil, the tablespoon, whatever, just get some spray and just cut down on the calories. You'll learn about everything once you just look into what your daily plan of eating is. If you're, yeah, you can still eat. Anything. If you're Asian, whatever, you can. Asians love their carbs, man, love their rice. What they gotta do is portion it out. If they're a bit on the heavy side, just portion it out and understand that you don't have to eat until you're busting out the seams. It's about
thinking about food as fuel instead of overindulging in things that just give you a big dopamine hit every single day. Yeah, not missing out on the family feeds. If you're looking at me, I didn't miss out on any family feeds, only now. But the only reason why is because I'm in a different phase. I'm not just in a leaning down phase, I'm in a trying to get to 10% body fat percentage phase, which you don't have to do. You don't have to do that at all. If you're just looking to lean down, smarter choices. Oh yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way up. Proud of the also, we've made some good progress. We are on our second break, but after the first break, we sprinted up to this second spot, so this is heaps more progress than last time. Final little section to go, and then we'll be laughing. Chee-hoo. All right, crazy, right? We're up at the top. Give you a quick view. That one's Tibrogargan. I already gave you guys a rundown of all of this space. You guys just haven't seen it yet because I never pressed upload on the other video. Yeah, let me just cut myself off real quick there. What I meant there was I've recorded a lot of vlogs here and there. I've just never uploaded them on YouTube. So I've been talking to you guys for the longest time, but you guys never knew. Yeah, we're just enjoying our time up here, taking a couple of snapshots just to track both of our progress. Not the best lighting, but you know, it's just cool to do it while we're literally on top of the world right now. So, and we've just been having a lot of discussions about health in our people, in our community. And yeah, we just want to see better. And in order to see better, we got to be better. Oh, so a quick recap on the goals for this hike. We aimed for 45 minutes and we got around 45 minutes, so that's good. And we went for 2 breaks and we got 2 breaks going up there and down. Aside from that, let me know how I did for this vlog. If you've got any questions for me, drop them down below. If you like the content, like and subscribe for more. There'll be plenty more coming. Also, give me some video ideas for the future for the people who know me and my music. On that note, if you haven't heard my music, go check out my music, man. Stanley T on all streaming platforms. If you've never heard of me until now, drop some questions you want to know about me below. I really want to build a community on here. A lot of like-minded people, people that I may inspire, people that are interested in my everyday life. I just want a nice community here. I do plan on making a video for my tattoo journey, my pita, my Samoan tattoo. In this fitness journey, I did run into some major issues, so I could make a video talking about that. Like I ended up living in the hospital for 2-3 months looking after my mom who fell sick. I could expand on that if you want. Maybe talk about my musical journey, where everything all began. There are no rules here, bro. This is a whole fresh start. Thank you guys for tuning in, spending some time with me today, and end scene.